worn out places. And I find it kind of funny, I find it kind of sad, the dreams in which I'm dying are the best I think having the theatrical background that I did, working in musical theater, it has its perks and its drawbacks. Definitely on the positive side, it's great. It trains you to be a great performer, to give the audience really what they want, to sell a song, to really emote through it. There's numerous ways in which it helped prepare me for this experience. It's made me who I am as an artist. On the flip side, as far as public perception is concerned, I think sometimes people are quick to write, oh, that person's Broadway, I'm not going to really take them seriously as a recording artist. You just have to work a little extra harder to convince people that you actually can be a viable recording artist. I've learned a lot about music through my parents. They're both music lovers. My father was a DJ in college and has a very extensive vinyl collection that I grew up kind of picking through in the house when I was a kid after school. He and my mom both exposed me to the music of their generation, and I love the 70s. I think there was the most genius music during that period, and also late 60s, there's a lot of beautiful stuff. That really did kind of influence the type of music that I wanted to do on Idol. Watching the season last year, David Cook was really genius at taking music and flipping it around. He took risks and he took chances and he was smart about what he sang, and it was almost strategic. I could see him like playing the whole competition like a game, and I really respect that. And I think that if you want to do well, you have to strategize. And so, inspired by David Cook, I strategize. Baby, I'm not fooling. I'm gonna send you back to schooling. When I asked to do Led Zeppelin's Whole Lotta Love for Rock Week, they said, it's probably not gonna happen, dude. Led Zeppelin's notorious for not really wanting their stuff on this show. I said, well, can we just try? And they said, yeah, certainly, we'll try. They contacted the various managers and different channels they had to go through, and it turned out that many of the managers' sons and daughters were watching the show and were excited about me on the show, and so that helped. And we got them all to clear it. I had a great time with that song. I think it's awesome, and was thrilled to be able to debut Led Zeppelin on American Idol. I haven't been closeted since I was 18, so it's really funny that people are like, oh, he came out. I'm like, I've always been out. Publicly, it was the first time that I actually said, yes, I'm gay, in the Rolling Stone article. And it was nice to be able to answer that question that had been speculated about, but do it on my own terms and kind of explain more about that part of me, not just say this and let people to jump to their own conclusions. I like being an open book, and I like not having anything to hide. I didn't want to live the rest of my career like looking over my shoulder and being worried about what I did and who I was dating. I didn't want to think about all that, because I think I have just as much of a right as anybody to love and to date and to have that type of happiness. And, I'm an artist. Like, whatever. You know what I mean? It shouldn't matter. The reason why I want to be on the show is because I want to take a song that we've heard a million times and kind of twist it, make it good. I can't. During Hollywood Week, during the final round, we had to pick a song off of a list to perform. And this is our first time performing with accompaniment, and it was going to be our last thing in Hollywood Week to find out if we make it past there. And I was looking at that list and I was like, man, okay, Stevie Wonder, great vocal, but I know that a lot of guys are going to do the Stevie Wonder songs. And I really wanted to figure out a way to set myself apart and to do something different, to make me my own artist. And so I asked, can we pick from the girls list? And they said, yeah. And I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, Believe by Cher. Oh, no, I can't do that. And then I thought about it again, and I was like, well, maybe if I changed up the feel of the song. I mean, the melody's strong. Everybody knows it. And actually, I started thinking about the lyrics, and I was like, it's actually a really beautiful lyric. let me try this. And I went to the vocal coach and the musical director and asked them about it, and they kind of both went, oh, I don't know about that. And I said, well, what if we slowed it down and made it into more like a pop rock ballad? They were like, oh, okay. So we did that. I know that Cher's really popular with the gays, and when picking that song, I said to the vocal coach, is it too gay, you think? And he was like, well, that's what he said. It was kind of a shrug and a, yeah. I didn't want my song choice to be affected by me worrying about the perception of my sexuality, because I think they all figured it the minute I walked into the room. I wasn't concerned with it being associated with Cher. I was looking at it as a piece of music. And hopefully that's what the judges walked away with.